back with another lesson from grade 9th English, and today's chapter is a very interesting and a very special one. So this chapter is a very important one in a sense that it inspires you, it gives you hope. In life we come across a lot of difficulties and challenges. So in most of the cases, whenever we are against some difficult thing, whenever we have to face a tough challenge, what happens in the first instance? We become afraid. We have a fear. We become afraid of facing our difficulties. Why so? Why this fear? This fear is because we don't want to lose. We fear our defeats. So this is the thing that stops us from achieving our goals. And if we overcome our fear of defeats and if we face our difficulties with courage, what will happen? We will successfully attain our goals and we will reach at our destination. We will reach on the top. So this story is about this thing only. This story is divided in two parts. Reaching top. Okay, reaching top doesn't mean you are reaching at a height. It means that you attain your goals, you get success. In the first story, yes, it is connected with height also. A story about a young Indian girl whose name is Santosh Yadav. When I am saying a girl and named Santosh, some of you must be wondering that why a girl is named Santosh. This also has a very interesting thing, that Santosh is a girl from India. She is born in the state of Haryana. So in most of the places of our country, it is still considered a not good thing to be born as a girl like Santosh was. And when a boy is taking birth, it is considered to be a blessing. Okay, but a girl is born, it is not a curse, but it is not considered to be very good either. The happiness is not as on the length of when a boy gets birth. So same thing happened, and in Haryana and most of the states where girls are not considered very good, having a girl child, there the girls are also named like boys. Okay, this is a thing that is going on, a tradition which should be changed. Okay, so coming to the story, Santosh is a mountaineer. A story about a mountaineer, a very successful mountaineer. Santosh successfully climbed Mount Everest twice. Okay, so she was successful in climbing the Everest twice, not once but twice, and she is the only woman in the world to do so. So such a big thing for India and for Santosh. We are going to study her journey from the starting, that how she was born and brought up and how she reached to the top. So let us together read this story and find out how Santosh got a success and how we can get motivation out of Santosh's life.
Okay, so let us now study the chapter. Paragraph wise, I am going to explain the chapter to you. The part 1 of the story, Reach for the Top. Reach for the Top part 1, and the story is about Santosh Yadav. Think for a while and make a list of 3 to 5 persons you idolize or admire very much for their achievements. Your idols may be from any sphere of life: sports, medicine, media, or art and culture. Your teacher will then discuss your choices with you to find out who the top 5 idols of your class are. Okay, so what we are going to do, this activity we are going to do in our next Google Meet. This Google Meet we will discuss the resolutions and in the next one we are going to do this activity. The only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest twice was born in a society where the birth of a son was regarded as a blessing, and a daughter, though not considered as a curse, was not generally welcome. So this is the opening paragraph of your story. The only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest twice. I said only women in India, but only Indian woman, but she is an Indian woman, but in all over the globe she is the only woman who has climbed Mount Everest twice. So she was born in a society, as I was telling you, in Haryana, where the birth of a boy is considered to be a very big thing, a blessing. Although the birth of a girl is not considered to be a curse, but it is not considered very blissful thing either. Whenever a girl child is born, the family is not as happy as they could have been with a boy. When her mother was expecting Santosh, a traveling holy man giving her his blessing assumed that she wanted a son. Okay, one holy man was traveling, a Baba was traveling, and when he met with Santosh's mother, he saw that she is expecting, and he was thinking that Santosh's mother was expecting a baby boy. But to everyone's surprise, the unborn child's grandmother, who was standing close by, told him that they did not want a son. Okay, so the grandmother of the family of Santosh, she told the Baba and everyone that we don't want a boy. Everyone was surprised. All the people around was surprised. The holy man was also surprised. Nevertheless, he gave the requested blessing, and as destiny would have it, the blessing seemed to work. Okay, so the blessing that the holy man gave did its work, and a girl child was born, whose name was Santosh. Santosh was born the sixth child in a family with 5 sons. Okay, Santosh had 5 elder brothers, and Santosh was the 6th one, and she was the only girl. A sister to 5 brothers. Sorry. A sister to 5 brothers, she was born in the small village of Jauniawas of Rewari district in Haryana. Okay, so she was born in a small village of Jauniawas in the Rewari district of Haryana. The girl was given the name Santosh, which means contentment. Okay, satisfaction. The girl was named Santosh, but Santosh was not always content with her place in traditional way of life. See, the story behind Santosh's name is a little different. Here it is written that Santosh's grandmother asked the Baba to bless the family to have a girl child. Yeah, it was true because 5 boys were already there. But Santosh's name has a story that everyone around in Haryana or such places, they don't name girls like girls, because it has been a tradition to name a child like a boy's name. Okay, Santosh was not always content with a place in traditional way of life. She was not into every traditional thing, orthodox things like the girl should cook, the girl should do this thing or that thing. She was not very much content with all of this. She began living on her own terms from the start. So she was a very bold kind of a person. Where other girls wore traditional Indian dresses, Santosh preferred shorts. Okay, looking back, she says now, from the very beginning, I was quite determined that if I choose a correct and a rational path, the others around me had to change, not me. So she had a very clear mindset that if she will be staunch in her approach, if she will be stern, if she will have a very strong, decisive intent, then the people around her will have to change, but not her. Santosh's parents were affluent landowners. Affluent means very well-to-do, who could afford to send their children to the best schools, even to the country's capital, New Delhi. So Santosh's parents were very good with financial condition. They were economically very well-to-do, and they could easily send their children to anywhere in the country to study. Especially New Delhi was not a big thing for them to send their kids to study, which was quite close by. Okay, Haryana and Delhi are quite close by, but in line with the prevailing custom in the family. But as the customs in the family were, Santosh had to make with the local living school. Okay, Santosh, what she had to do? She had to do with local village school. She studied in the local school, so she decided to fight the system. She went against the system in her own way when the right moment arrived. And the right moment came when she turned 16. So till 16 she studied in the local school and everything was fine. And when she turned 16, most of the girls in her village used to get married. So at 16, this was the normal age of getting married for girls. Santosh was also under pressure from her parents to do the same. So Santosh was also having the pressure that she should get married. A marriage as early as that was the last thing on her mind. So she was not into marriage. She was not wanting to get married that early. She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she did not get a proper education. So she was against the parent that she will only marry if she gets a good education. She left home and got herself enrolled in a school in Delhi. When her parents refused to pay for her education, she politely informed them of her plans to earn money by working part-time to pay her school fees. So what happened? When the parents were after her for getting married, she threatened that I will not get married if I don't have a good proper education. And she left her home and enrolled herself in a school in Delhi. When the parents refused to give money for the education, she informed them that I will earn money by working part-time. Her parents then agreed to pay for her education. See, the parents were orthodox. So thinking about a girl working, okay, this didn't go well with the parents, and they decided to give her the money. Wishing always to study a bit more, and with her father slowly getting used to her urge for more education, Santosh passed the high school examination and went to Jaipur. So Santosh's father also realized that my girl is very good in studies and she has a will to study. So she passed her high school. Then she was sent to Jaipur for further studies. She joined Maharani College and got a room in Kasturba Hostel. So she joined the Maharani College of Jaipur and got a room in Kasturba Hostel. Santosh remembers Kasturba Hostel faced the Aravali Hills. Okay, so she still remembers that the hostel, the Kasturba Hostel, used to face the Aravali Hills. Here a big thing happened. Santosh's interest in climbing and all developed from here. I used to watch villagers from my room going up the hill and suddenly vanishing after a while. One day I decided to check it out myself. I found nobody except a few mountaineers. I asked if I could join them. To my pleasant surprise, they answered in the affirmative and motivated me to take climbing. Okay, sorry. So what happened? She used to take a look of Aravali hills and she saw a few climbers. She decided to join them. They agreed and she started her journey of becoming a mountaineer. Then there was no looking back for this determined young girl. She saved money and enrolled in a course at Uttarkashi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. Okay, there's a very good institute of mountaineering in our own state, Uttarkashi. In Uttarkashi there is a institute. My college semester is in Jaipur was to end in April, but it ended on the 19th of May, and I was supposed to be in Uttarkashi on the 21st. So I did not go back home. Okay, it was supposed to end in April, but it stretched to May. So only 2 days were there for her to be in Uttarkashi. So she didn't go home. She directly went to Uttarkashi. So I did not go back home. Instead, I headed straight for the training. I had to write a letter of apology to my father, without whose permission I had got myself enrolled at Uttarkashi. So she said her sorry to the father, that sorry, I didn't take your permission before going. Thereafter, Santosh went on an expedition every year. So after that, Santosh was regular in her expeditions. She used to go every now and then to her expeditions. Her climbing skills matured rapidly. Okay, so the climbing skills that Santosh had improved very rapidly. Also, she developed a remarkable resistance to cold and the altitude. She became used to of the conditions that are of cold and high altitude, the steep mountains she got used to. Equipped with an iron will, physical endurance, and an amazing mental toughness, she proved herself repeatedly. Okay, so she was blessed with willpower was there. She had a very strong will. She went against her parents for studies, and she was a determined girl. She was a very she had a very good strength, and she was physically well built, and she had a very amazing mental toughness. She was mentally very strong. She proved herself repeatedly. Okay, again and again she proved herself that I can do anything. The culmination of her hard work and sincerity came in 1992. Okay, the result came out in 1992. Just 4 years after she had shyly asked the Aravali mountaineers if she could join them. Okay, so just 4 years later, 4 years after she had shyly asked the Aravali mountaineers to let her climb with them, in 1992 what happened? At barely 20 years of age, she was 20 in 1992, Santosh Yadav scaled Mount Everest. Okay, see, at 20 years of age, a girl climbed Mount Everest, becoming the youngest woman in the world to achieve the feat. If her climbing skill, physical fitness, and mental strength impressed her seniors, her concern for others and desire to work together with them found her a special place in the hearts of fellow climbers. Okay, so her strength, physical fitness, climbing skills, all of that impressed her seniors, and her concern for others, she was a very empathetic person. So this and a team player, so this also made a very special place in the hearts of her fellow climbers. So everyone regarded her to be very in a very high place. During the 1992 Everest mission, Santosh Yadav provided special care to a climber who lay dying at the south col. She was unfortunately unsuccessful in saving him. Okay, so a fellow climber was on the verge of death, and she tried to save him, but she was not successful. However, she managed to save another climber, Mohan Singh. Okay, Mohan Singh was a climber who was with Santosh, and she was successful in saving Mohan, who would have met with the same fate had she not shared her oxygen with him. Okay, you go for the climbing having oxygen cylinders and something like that, you have that, so she shared it. Within 12 months, Santosh found herself a member of an Indo-Nepalese women's expedition that invited her to join them. Okay, after 12 months, she was again asked by an Indo-Nepalese expedition group, women's group, and they invited her to join them. She then scaled the Everest a second time, thus setting a world record of the only woman to have scaled the Everest twice and securing for herself and India a unique place in the annals of mountaineering. Okay, so she brought a very big thing for India. She herself became very prestigious, and India's name was also being talked about all around the globe, that a girl from India at the age of 20 and then 21 she climbed mountain Everest, that to be, and in the continuous years she did it. So she got a very big feat because of her willpower. In recognition of her achievements, the Indian government bestowed upon her one of the nation's top honors, the Padma Shri. Okay, so Indian government bestowed her with Padma Shri, which is one of the top honors of our country. Describing her feelings when she was literally on top of the world, Santosh has said, "It took some time for the enormity of the moment to sink in. Then I unfurled the Indian tricolor and held it aloft on the roof of the world." Okay, so she says that, yeah, it took some time to sink in, to get used to of what I am getting right now. I was getting right now, that all the praise, all the notice of the world that was on her, that all the eyes were on her. She got her some time to be used to of it. But when she unfurled the tricolor on the top of the mountain, the feeling was unreal. The feeling is indescribable. The Indian flag was flying on top of the world. It was truly a spiritual moment. I felt proud as an Indian. Okay, so see, whoever is into sports or whoever is into these things, like whoever is a soldier, anyone who represents our nation, and we also, by looking at them, we feel very pleased, we feel proud that our nation's name is everywhere, our nation is getting the recognition. So this is with Santosh also. When she unfurled, when she put that tricolor, the Tiranga, in the top of the mountain, on the top of the mountain, the feeling was amazing. Also, a fervent means having strong and sincere feelings. Okay, a fervent environmentalist, Santosh collected and brought down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. So Santosh is also a very social person. She is a very big environmentalist, a fervent environmentalist, and she brought down 500 kilograms of garbage from Himalayas. So she is into this cleanliness and environment thing also, which is a very big thing. See, apart from being a very big mountaineer, a very renowned one, she has this habit also. So a lot of you can get inspired by Santosh's life, that with willpower, with a steer, determination, a clear head, you can achieve anything, and you you just don't have to be afraid of anything. So this was a very interesting story, I suppose, and a very inspiring one also. And I wish that you all will get inspired by the story and complete all the work that is there with the chapter. And we will continue our chapter with the part 2 of this chapter. The part 2, the second part, the story about another great woman. And the activity that we have discussed in the beginning of the story, that is given in the book, we will have it in the, not this one, but the next one, Google Meet. Till that time, complete the work, do the word meanings that are there in the book, and we will meet again soon with the second part of the video.
Okay, so here our story concludes, and I hope that you have got inspired from the story, the life of Santosh. See how a place where girls are considered not a very blissful thing, there she gets birth, and then she reached to the top, and she was very good in studies, she was very good in sports, as it is obvious. So you can always face difficulties, and you can always have the courage in you, then only you will be successful. If you will face difficulties with a fear, then the chances are very grim that you will find any success. So get inspired from such lives, and what we have discussed in the starting of the chapter, the activity we will do soon. So till that time, complete all the work, do the word meanings of this part and the questions that I am providing you. So I am Aman from TPS Sangwani Lamachor. You are watching PTO classes. Thank you so much for watching the lecture.